McCabe. And there's Brune.
That's an exceptional ball from Chloe Kelly. It has to go in the back of the net. It's as simple as that. I think Ford's maybe asking for a foul in there. They have to do better with that type of quality going into the box. It's probably the second ball of that quality that they should do better with Arsenal. The first one fell to Alessia Russo. She didn't do enough with her movement.
Kelly to keep it in. Got the legs to get to Fox. No, he won't. Caicedo. Angodal. Atenia del Castillo. Brune in there. Weir as well. First time, really. I think Real Madrid have got this far up the pitch.
They did well, Arsenal, as well in the transition. You see how hard Ford works to get back. And now everyone behind the ball, ready to try and win it back.
It's a period of possession that Real Madrid have not had much of. Here's Olga Komuna. Williamson. That's another shot from Sina Brune. Did have a brief time in England on loan at Manchester United from Paris Saint-Germain. Didn't really work out for her in the WSL. The two clubs who started this season in Europe in the qualifiers. Arsenal actually the only side to still be in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Been played from the very get-go, actually. It seemed an age ago now when they were beating Rangers and Bournemouth. Weir up against Williamson. Dragged down was Williamson.
Trying to thwart the urgency of Arsenal Real Madrid, but it's not working. As soon as something happens, the ball goes out, they draw a foul. You see the urgency of Arsenal to get going because they want to get that first goal back as early as possible to set them on their way.
Well, they were 2-0 up inside half an hour against Liverpool at the weekend. And not failed to score in successive Champions League games since 4 in a row. During the time, we're back to 2019. Kelly, good ball in again. Coolly done by Atenia del Castillo.
She's got every right, Chloe Kelly, at the moment, to be fuming with her teammates. It's another brilliant ball in. There's a little bit of skill in there as well. She sold Olga Carmona, who I think she thought Chloe Kelly was going to whip that first time crossing. She doesn't. She just takes a touch to open up half a yard, delivers a wonderful ball, bounces in the box, and no Arsenal player near it.
Williamson for Kim Little. He's been rolling back the years of late. Kelly. That's a nice idea. Try and bring Marione Caldenti into play.
She looks the most likely, doesn't she, Chloe Kelly? If Arsenal are going to score, anything good around them at the moment seems to be coming through Chloe Kelly.
Lisa Rodriguez. There's Maria Mendes. Started every game of the Champions League this season. came in from Levante. They kind of raided Levante a little bit, Real Madrid, in the summer. Levante needed to offload players due to the financial issues that they were encountering. Linda Caicedo. Weir didn't have the legs to find her.
It's quite slow from Real Madrid, laboured in possession. They're not moving the ball quickly enough to trouble Arsenal.
Half an hour played, it's been pretty much one-way traffic. Kelly. It's Mariona again. It's another corner to Arsenal.
It's all been Arsenal. The problem is still no shot on target, and got to make this dominance count.
Did have success at set pieces against Liverpool at the weekend. McCabe can get a hold of that one. Little back for Daphne van Domselaar. Not had much to do really in the first half an hour.
She's been a bit of a pedestrian to the game. She won't mind that. She doesn't particularly want to be involved where possible, but what will worry is the fact that Arsenal aren't doing much in the way of creating chances in the box.
It's angled out, calmed it down well. Again, the turnover. Mariona Caldente urged big time. The big crowd inside the Arsenal Stadium again. Expecting to record another record for a quarter-final.
I suppose a few of that crowd have seen a goal on the weekend as well, so why not urge her to shoot?
Russo hangs it up! Oh! Well, they do just enough. As Caitlin Ford was absolutely flying in.
Yes, but again, I just wonder, in terms of the decision-making with this ball, I wonder whether that can be driven across, because you see Ford, she's doing everything to get to this. And that is a tough, tough fall as well. Pretty much lands on her face, but by lifting that one up, I just think you're giving your teammates a lot to do.
That was quite the landing, wasn't it? Ever landed on your face in the penalty area?
No, thankfully not. I've collided with the post many a time, which would probably have landed on my face on the grass, probably would have been nicer in all fairness.
Oh, Mariona Caldente. She wanted it. She gets it. It's Russo. And Kelly could be in. Oh, they're doing enough here, Real Madrid, but only just.
It's a great setup initially from the press from Arsenal. It's actually Mornham, the one that adds to it. Caldente in there. Chloe Kelly has no right to get anywhere near this, but she anticipates, and Olga Carmona does just about enough along with the goalkeeper.
I don't know what you're going to get with Misa Rodriguez at times. She might be called into action again here. Hit away by Shaila Garcia. Chloe Kelly spoke about how it's been mentally tough this first half of the season. couldn't get a look in at Manchester City. Got on a move to reignite her career again. That's her cross.
It's been tough for Chloe Kelly, so it's great to see her back playing with a smile on her face, and you can see the quality that she brings, and obviously trying to make her way into Lionesses' squad for the summer, for the Euros. That's the big motivation, isn't it?
Oh, it's a devil of a ball in. Isa Rodriguez got something on that. Oh. Brought under Mariona's spell. McCabe. Mornham. Here's Little. 10 to go until half-time. Arsenal still looking for a way through. Away by Toletti. Catley. You wonder how long Real Madrid can hold out for. Such has been the constant pressure. It's a pressure they will have expected.
I think so, but it's so mentally draining. I've been there when you're a team that you're on the back foot and you're just waiting to play on the counter-attack. As I say, physically it's hard, but mentally more than anything, because you know, if you switch off for a second, that's it. And Arsenal, you know, might get in there, and yeah, I've done it against Arsenal as well. It's not pleasant.
So good they were on the counter against Barcelona on Sunday, especially when Caicedo came on, and Olga Carmona, who's in possession now. The player who scored the goal in that World Cup final against a few of these Arsenal players down under against England. Maria Mendes. And Godal. Maria Mendes. It goes for Caicedo, cut out by Williamson. Mariona Caldente. She's had a few head-to-heads with Olga Carmona in her time. International teammates as well. Towards Weir. Catley won the aerial duel. Adenia Del Castillo getting anywhere because of Caitlin Ford breathing down her neck.
Yeah, it's good recovery. It's because they're taking that risk, Arsenal. They want to commit bodies forward. Katie McCabe is driving forward. It almost turns into a 3 at the back for Arsenal. On that transition, it's important that somebody gets back and fills that space, and whether it be Caldente or Ford, because McCabe's too high, it doesn't matter who.
Risso sent on away. Kelly in there, Mornham joining in. It's McCabe, another cross. Lacroix underneath it again. And now Caicedo. When she pulled back. Well, the free kick is eventually given. I'm not sure that we want to be seeing players and Alberto Torrio waving the imaginary card.
Sure on this one. There's a little bit of contact. There it is. It's obviously a foul, but leave the referee to do their job.
Olga Carmona. Real Madrid just 4 points behind Barcelona domestically. René Slager's team in the WSL. A fair bit behind leaders Chelsea. 8 points, well, they are second, like Real Madrid are back home. Mornham.
Take a touch, lack of awareness what was
And
around
looking at
her.
Tenya here, will she get there first? Catley there.
Well, she's not happy, and you see she's saying careful there because she feels a little bit exposed, because yes, you want to be expansive and get forward and detach your full back. But Real Madrid are just starting to get a little bit more joy.
Charlie Garcia. Maybe a test for Maria Mendez to keep in play. Lisa Rodriguez was the #1 goalkeeper down under at the World Cup for Spain at the group stage, and then Katakoi came along for the knockouts. Was there to the very end. Here's Atenea Del Castillo, can't make anything happen. Oh, and it's saved, and Caicedo, it's kept out again. Flag eventually does go up. Daphne Van Domselaar, big interventions here. And a warning shot to Arsenal.
Excellent, excellent goalkeeping. My first thought was that Caicedo was offside in that second phase, but Van Domselaar wasn't to know. I knew that she wasn't involved in the first game because of concussion. And this is why I said to you, she is so important. Good decision by the referee. That second save is brilliant. As well, that just shows how good that initial save is too, because it's coming through so many bodies. She must see that very late, Van Domselaar.
That's Real Madrid's first attempt of the night. But it might just breathe some confidence into Real Madrid, having had to be on the back foot for so much of this first half. It was just before half-time on Sunday where they stunned Barcelona by taking the lead. It was similar, bit dominated possession-wise. Here's Caicedo as the flag stays down. What's she going to do? Oh, goodness me! Well, the flag eventually does go up.
Arsenal are going to feel a little bit nervy, and yes, the flag is up again. But they're just finding a little bit of joy now, Real Madrid. Starting to tick. That's closer initially, by the way, than it looked. So the longer this goes on as well, the longer this stays 0-0, the more confident Real Madrid get, the more nervy that Arsenal get. Not just the players, the fans in the stadium as well. So Real Madrid so far, yes, they've been under pressure, but they'll be happy with this first half.
Mornham found beautifully. Oh, the vision from Mariona Caldente. Split open Real Madrid. But with all the possession that they've had and in and around the penalty area, I have to say Misa Rodriguez hasn't had a clear save to make tonight.
No, exactly, and you're right. The vision, exceptional. The first touch as well from Mornham, but then I don't think she really knows what she's trying to do with this ball. It's almost like, I'm just going to try and put it in an area and hope for the best. There's no real idea of what that ball's meant to be.
Here's Williamson. Arsenal have been so good at home this season in the Champions League. And can they find a route to goal just before half-time? Risky business here by Maria Mendez. McCabe. Have scored first half goals in 5 of the last 6 home games in Europe. One just now before half-time would be very timely indeed. Morna. Catley. Straight back to Kim Little. Frida Mornan once more. Mariona across. Well, the intention was Rousseau. Olga Komona doing just enough. And that will be that. It's all been about Arsenal. How would they come out to try and bridge the gap? 2 goals. Real Madrid still have in hand over the Gunners going into half-time. A fascinating second 45 to come. So Arsenal needed to come out tonight here at the Arsenal Stadium. 2 goals to make up. And Courtney Sweetman-Kirk, what have they done right? But what is also missing when they're getting into the final third?
I think the lack of purpose at times in the final third, the urgency, the possession we can see there in the stats and the completed passes. They're doing the right things to get into or close to the final third, but then it's just those little tweaks, and whether that be the purpose to take a shot on, or for example Chloe Kelly, 3 balls I counted that she delivered of fantastic quality, but then it's about the forward line, and not just Alessia Russo, but you know, the midfielders as well, trying to crash the box. So they've got to be better to try and get on the end of these balls.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Hope you can join us. Half-time, Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 0. Real Madrid 2-0 on aggregate.
Everyone's looking great. Come on now, not bad for Sunday morning, huh?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yudi, chin up, bro. Come on, listen, you got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on, come on.
You got one more. Come on, you can.
That's a ball. Go on, then. Go on, then. Go on, then. We love him, Reece. We love him.
Thank you.
Dad, I'm a genius. I can make us penguins fly.
That's gonna be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad. Just drink it. Watch this. Oh, what's going on?
It's 40 degrees below. Or did you think we're just standing here having fun?
Red Bull gives you wings, but only if you drink it.
Ah.
I've got this condition where I don't feel pain.
You're a superhero.
Oh, yeah.
We need a hostage.
I just want to save Sherry. I often wonder what it would feel like to be tackled.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Or thrown across the field. Seems like it would hurt.
You can still die. You're not Wolverine.
I guess I'll never know.
Oh, my God.
Huge Home Alone fans, apparently.
Novocaine in cinemas March 28.
You can't be demanding. You can't be relentless. You can't put yourself first. So, put yourself first. You can't be confident. So be confident. You can't challenge. So challenge. You can't dominate. So dominate. You can't flex. So flex. You can't fill a stadium. So fill that stadium. You can't be emotional, so be emotional. You can't take credit. You can't speak up. You can't be so ambitious. You can't break records. You can't have any fun. You can't make demands. Can't be proud. You can't keep score. You can't stand out. Whatever you do, you can't win. So win.
Why are you walking so slowly?
makes this scene feel more cinematic.
I get that. It's just maybe not the best time to walk in slow motion.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
Sensational Chelsea goal! It's a Chelsea masterclass. When they needed her the most, Barcelona level it through Aitana Bonmatí. It's Barcelona again in the Champions League final.
For the fourth time in the Women's Champions League semi-finals, Lyon and PSG. And PSG have raced into a two-goal lead in Lyon. De Mornay! On the turn! Oh! Pescio across. De Mornay! A titanic match awaits us.
What a noise. What an occasion. So here we go then. What a final we have ahead of us. Aitana Bonmatí. On she goes. Oh, deflected again! It's Alexia! Written in the stars! Now they are back-to-back champions of Europe, Barcelona!
The Women's Champions League is back.
All roads lead to Lisbon, but who will be there?
Fabulous!
There's a hand of Anderson!
Aitana, and the world's best player does it again. Viviana Miedema is back. It's Ramirez. She's in. She scores for Chelsea.
What a moment this is.
Oh, that's a majestic finish.
Messi on the turn! Oh!
It's Alexia! Written in the stars. Champions of Europe, Barcelona! Here we go then, it all starts here.
In the box there, and Cuthbert pulls the trigger!
That is unstoppable. Aitana Bonmatí, the world's best player. That's a superb goal.
Messi on the turn!
She's amazing. What a finish.
So slowly, it makes this scene feel more cinematic.
I get that. It's just maybe not the best time to walk in slow motion.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
PI figures were down this month. Now I want...
This lunchtime, go all crisp in with Walkers.
It's time to be part of something bigger. A global celebration. History is in the making. It's time for the FIFA Club World Cup. Get your tickets now.
What if you couldn't feel pain?
Hey, there we go.
Good as new.
You're a superhero.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
We need a hostage.
Sherry, you gotta be careful, dude.
Last chance. Tell me where she is.
You're not Wolverine. I just want to save Sherry. I'm not gonna stop.
Please stay alive.
I will stay alive, I promise.
Novocaine in cinemas March 28.
Dad, I'm a genius. I can make us penguins fly.
That's gonna be tricky without wings.
Exactly. That's why I've got Red Bull. It gives you wings. All we have to do is drink it.
And how?
Come on, Dad. Just drink it. Watch this. Oh, what's going on?
It's 40 degrees below. Or did you think we're just standing here having fun? Red Bull gives you wings, but only if you drink it.
Ah.
Walking forward. You're perfect. Not working. You're perfect. All around the world. You're perfect. All around the world.
Yeah. Everyone's looking great. Come on now, not bad for Sunday morning, huh?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yuri, chin up, bro. Come on, listen, you got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on.
You got one more. Come on, you can.
That's a ball. Go on, then. Go on. We love it, Reece. We love it. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Arsenal Stadium, everyone, where at halftime it's Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 0. Real Madrid still with that 2-goal advantage that they are defending, and defending they are due to Arsenal's dominance in the first half with the ball, but still the ball will not go in to the net for them, although they have had some warnings of their own at the other end. Really healthy crowd in tonight. Arsenal dominating the ball. They've had some moments to try and get this crowd on their feet. Just that bit of quality lacking in the final third. And they needed their goalkeeper to help out as well. So, Courtney Swimenkirk, what do they need to do in the second half? And how impressed defensively have you been with Real Madrid tonight?
Yeah, look, Real Madrid have been very well organised. They've been determined in what they want to do, and they have looked to threat at times on the counter-attack. But for me, it's about whether it be the centre forwards, the opposite winger, or the midfielders that are looking to go and crash the box. They have to do more to get on the end of the ball. You need to put your body on the line, and there's been too many times for my liking where a decent enough ball's gone into the box and Arsenal players have maybe been caught on their heels a little bit. So the quality at times into the box is there. It's just that final finishing touch that Arsenal need to be better with. And that's not necessarily a quality thing. That's just about wanting to put your body on the line to get the ball across the net.
For Real Madrid are giving him a scare, certainly towards the end of the first half. I'm sure Alberto Torreira will be delighted with what he's seen from his team so far. Simply, they haven't conceded.
Yeah, exactly. They're not in control of this game in terms of the possession and the statistics in that way. But the fact that they come to the Arsenal Stadium with a 2-goal lead, yes, of course, they are controlling the narrative as it stands. And the positive thing is they've not conceded. And then if Real Madrid get the next goal, for me that is effectively tie over. So they know they've got that little sort of trump card in their back pocket as it stands, Real Madrid. So Arsenal need to come out in this second half and try and get that first goal early as possible. I think if that first goal does come, they will go on to probably win the tie. But I think Real Madrid are standing firm at the moment.
When you're chasing like Arsenal are, is there an element of chasing it too much?
Yeah,
as a player, and sometimes you just got to. There's still 45 minutes left to go, which I'm sure is the message being put across by Renee at halftime.
Yeah, because they've got the quality. I remember Renee saying, before the game, I think they scored 2 goals in 90 seconds on the weekend, so they know they've got the quality, but there is a fine line between urgency and panic. Yes, they need to be urgent for what they need to achieve today, but as soon as that descends into panic, that will be perfect for Real Madrid to try and exploit.
And that was evident on Sunday when they played against Barcelona, ending this extraordinary record, having lost 18 straight Clásicos, and created a bit of history by winning. Been some week for them. But for Arsenal, at a good place in the league. They've won the last 5 in the WSL since their defeat to Chelsea in January. That momentum just stalling a bit. Having gone to a southern Spanish capital last week and failing to score the goals, take the moments, with it all to do in this second half. This is a Real Madrid team so often questioned as to whether they can compete domestically and in Europe. They have proven it recently. And this is a massive 45 minutes for both. As Real Madrid get us back underway here at the Arsenal Stadium. But already laying down a bit of a marker. Is there Frida Mortem on Olga Carmona? No, it's Chloe Kelly, in fact. It was just a little late to the party. Caitlin Ford. It's away from one and then another in Lacroix. In towards Russo! Oh, how Arsenal needed that! That's one back. And life in Arsenal again in this quarter-final. Alessia Russo when they needed her the most.
They couldn't have written the script any more perfectly if they'd tried, these Arsenal players. But this is what I was talking about. They have to do more to get on the end of these quality moments from Chloe Kelly. And yet again, she pops up. Great little run from Ford, by the way. And then, can you find Alessia Russo? Well, of course Chloe Kelly can, because she's got that quality. We've seen it already in the game. This isn't a difficult one for Alessia Russo. If anything, it's a little bit messy. It's just about getting on the end of the ball. But she does so well. And that is a lifeline. And I think that's going to spell a massive second half for Arsenal now.
It was being checked. Goal stands. And Alessia Russo bang in form with 5 goals in Europe proper. It's 6 overall if you include a goal that she scored in the qualifiers. Now we've got a quarter-final on our hands. Here she is again, Rousseau, as Arsenal come forward once more. Ford, she came to life a little quiet really in the first half. Proper test of mettle now for Real Madrid. Way by Angeldal.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because what do Real Madrid do now? They were quite happy to sit back to soak up the pressure and not concede. Now they're on a tightrope. Do you want to go forward and try and get your 2-goal cushion back? Or do you try and hold on? But Arsenal are so completely in the ascendancy right now.
What we saw earlier tonight with Lyon being a goal down against Bayern. And that scored right at the start of the second half. How that turned that tie, and in the end, they went on to comfortably win.
Really wouldn't surprise me if we see something similar here. The confidence that Arsenal have got in the ranks at the moment, especially playing at the Arsenal Stadium, the fact they've scored 4 goals here over the weekend. It will be wave after wave now for Real Madrid to defend, and it's just about Arsenal not getting caught on that transition.
Kelly, and it goes again. Mariona Caldente! Oh, can you believe it? A blistering start to the second half. 2 quick goals. That has levelled the tie on aggregate. And this place has gone absolutely wild.
Well, they did it on Sunday. 2 goals in 90 seconds. This one isn't far off. It's a fantastic play again from Arsenal. A little bit more direct this time, but those wide areas have been a constant threat for them. And this is about then different areas. I talk about midfielders crashing the box. Yes, it misses the forward line, but Caldente makes sure she's in the right place at the right time to head that. Does well because she heads it down. Look at Misa Rodriguez in goal there. Should she potentially do better with that? Yes, I think so, but it's coming at her quite quickly. Caldente hits the target with her head this time after she missed a glorious opportunity in the first half.
Mariona Caldente, with a history of scoring goals against Real Madrid in her Barcelona days. Cometh the hour. And Real Madrid, they've got to get a grip now. But what we have seen from Arsenal, 2 crosses, 2 goals. I saw plenty of balls in from wide areas in the first half where nobody was getting on the end of. Different game, and how this quarter-final has come to life. And here come Arsenal again. Chloe Kelly urged to have a go, she does. Amazing what momentum and goals can do.
Exactly. And for Real Madrid, how do you deal with this now? This is a different type of pressure. You've got to come to Arsenal Stadium. You've got to be aggressive. You've got to go and score goals. You've got to not concede at the other end. But as I mentioned, it was probably only 4 or so minutes ago. I think if Arsenal get one, they'll go on to win the tie. And I feel like there's only one team in it at the moment.
Still coming through the qualifiers. They had a dreadful start to the group stage, didn't they, when they had 5 put past them by Bayern. A lot has changed since then. New coach, new approach. And with renewed belief here in this quarter-final second leg, that they have wiped out the Real Madrid lead on aggregate. Here is Rousseau. What a role this crowd are going to be playing now. But every home game this season, Arsenal didn't get to play in Europe last season. They're being stunned by Paris FC. Oh, Leah Williamson dispossessed. And can she make up for it? She can. Cinna Bruin dragging back here. And we saw Leah Williamson. That'd be a fault for the first goal in the reverse leg. She recovered really well here.
Quite easily see the foul there, the shirt. So there's no doubt about that, but that's just the fine margins, isn't it? They've worked so hard, Arsenal, to get themselves back on level terms on aggregate in this tie. They can't afford any silly mistakes at the back.
Frida Mornham. Caicedo having to get back here. Shea Garcia and Antonio Del Castillo. Catley, they could not have asked for a better start to the second half. Arsenal Stadium coming alive. A blast of quality. This is going to be some ride towards the end now as to who wins this. Williamson with a blow to the face. De Caicedo.
Let's see, she's trying to be aggressive, steps in. Caicedo certainly gets the ball, there's no doubt about that, and I think it's a little bit of a clash in the face, wasn't it? Caicedo, no malice in it, but it does connect Caicedo's hand with Williamson's face.
She seems okay now. Against Everton recently, becoming Arsenal's record appearance holder in the WSL. Leah Williamson beating Jordan Nobbs' record. One of the true leaders. She was certainly under the spotlight with early season struggles. Oh.
Going back to that with Leah Williamson, big injury, wasn't it? And it takes a while to get back from those type of injuries. I think most people think, right, well, they're fit to be on the pitch, as it were, they'll be back to 100%, and that's not the case. You almost have to work yourself back to 100%, and I think that's where we are now with Leah Williamson. We are seeing the best of her.
She even spoke about going away, playing for England as a bit of a release from what was happening at Arsenal.
And that, obviously, the injury mixed with the issues that were going on at Arsenal at the time, and you mentioned, it's a club that is very, very close to her heart, so that will affect her mentally as well.
There she is again, Arsenal through and through. Catley. It's 2 goals for Arsenal, 3 minutes apart from Rousseau and Mariona. I bet Chloe Kelly saying, why don't you get on the end of my crosses in the first half? We might not have had to have gone through all of this.
Exactly, could have been 3-0 up by now, but no, it's good that they've turned it round, I imagine, and playing with Chloe as well. I can imagine there would have been some few choice words in that changing room saying, look, you've got to get on the end of it, and rightly so. If you're putting in quality into the box like that, then you've got every right to have a few words with your teammates, but they've certainly rectified that quickly in this second half.
Real Madrid were up against London opposition in the group stage, beaten on both occasions by Chelsea. Started and ended their group stage with defeats. Mariona. Fox. Ooh, free kick goes Kelly's way. Sondi Toletti not at all convinced.
She's looking sharp though, isn't she, Chloe Kelly? I think she's been the best player on the pitch so far. See there, still trying to play it quick, but second phase where the ball changes direction, she's the first to it, anticipating second ball.
Katie McCabe says leave it to me for this one. Towards Catley, who will it fall to? Oh, it's another one! And Alessia Russo has got another one! And Arsenal have well and truly turned this around. Quickest to react to Alessia Russo. They now lead in the tie. What a night this is turning out to be for Arsenal.
Well, the comeback is complete. Now, I like this goal from Arsenal because it's a little bit messy. I always think about Arsenal and the intricate play, but it's the fact that they make this a fight scene. It's Catley that goes up, make sure she wins the initial header. But then look how many Arsenal bodies are in the box. If Alessia Russo doesn't get it, there's still players around. But what a wonderful finish that is. It's instinctive. Past the goalkeeper. Lisa Rodriguez has got absolutely no chance. It's a difficult chance as well. Bounces back across her body, Alessia Russo, and does so well to put that in the back of the net.
3 goals at the first 15 minutes of the second half. And Alessia Russo to 17 goals in all competitions this season. That's bettering Italy for last season. Forward. This is constant from Arsenal. It's brutal from Arsenal. McCabe. Kim Little driving on. They are being blown away. A Real Madrid here. And you just sense every time Arsenal are coming forward, they're going to score a goal.
And they don't want to leave any doubt, do they? Arsenal don't really want to shut up shop now and take a risk that Real Madrid might equalise on aggregate. They want that 4th goal. Give this crowd inside the Arsenal stadium a real show.
Alessia Russo yet to score a hat-trick for Arsenal. As McCabe plays this in, and the header across. We've got to touch on that. Goal kick. Kim Little with the freedom of North London.
It's worrying, isn't it? The lack of defending from Real Madrid there. Far too easy. Kim Little just to ghost into the back of the box, and lucky they weren't punished further.
It has been ruthless from Arsenal in this second half. $22 goals scored at home in Europe this season. And you fancy them to score more, Kelly? That's a bit too close to Misa Rodriguez.
Caitlin Ford, she's not overly happy, and I can understand why, but that's probably the first misplaced cross that Chloe Kelly's played in 62 minutes.
Stayed in play, McCabe. She caught there by Caicedo. Referee's not having any of it. Weir. And now Olga Carmona. Atenia del Castillo. Oh, I think that was an intended cross more than anything else. But yes, Arsenal 3-0 up on the night, but it's still just a 1-goal game.
There's still that threat. They still need to keep that concentration, that professionalism, and I know they'll want to get that 4th goal, but it's got to be tight at the back. Van Domselaar there. She was very sure of her angles, though. Maybe looked a bit more suspect. The goalkeeper had it covered.
Williamson to drive out like a true leader that she is. Lacroix for Misa Rodriguez. Straight to Kelly. Kim Little. Just calm it all down for the Gunners. Mariona. Fox. Catley. McCabe. She's urged to go back, but Caroline Weir is lurking and waiting to try and cut it out, although McCabe does find a goalkeeper. From a Real Madrid perspective, what have you got to do? What have you got to do?
I mean, they have to find a goal. That's simple for everyone to see, but you're caught between a rock and a hard place, because do you try and wait and maybe find that goal a bit later on? Because the problem is, if you're too expansive now, Arsenal get the fourth goal. That's it, effectively, barring something spectacular. So it's a fine balancing act at the moment.
In terms of the effect, though, that 3 goals so quickly conceded has just turned this tie on its head from a Real Madrid perspective. The effect that has on a player, what's the key now to them? Just try and coolly get an air of possession. Certainly not let Alessia Russo get any touches in the penalty area.
Yeah, it is, and it's hard because you're in the moment and you're emotional, and you can see the 3-0. But it's 3-2, so that's the thing you've got to bring yourself back to.
Here's Angledal. Daniel Del Castillo, that's Caroline Weir, just not been able to have a say on the game at all tonight. Caroline Weir, 4 goals in a career against Arsenal, actually, with Manchester City and the Liverpool days as well. 3 seasons as an Arsenal player when she first moved south. Kim Little. Fox. Mariona. Oh, well left by Fox. Kelly blocked, corner, Arsenal. Real Madrid under the cosh again.
Oh, that clever piece of play, the little step over, and you see that Arsenal at the moment, they're purring. They're looking for that 4th goal. They're under no illusions. That would, in my opinion, completely put this tie to bed.
9-0 in terms of corners tonight. There's Beth Mead. Wonder whether she might have come on earlier, maybe at half-time. McCabe and Russo's there, and taking a bang off Catley as well.
I think they get in each other's way, don't they? Russo and Catley. Catley's probably the one better served to go for that. She can see the flight of the ball, whereas Alessia Russo, she's backtracking. But obviously, when you've scored 2 goals, you're going to do anything to try and get the hat-trick.
He's got a couple of goals against Everton recently. It's been some second half blast from Arsenal. Turning this one around, and well, the only team to lose a quarter-final first leg by more than 1 goal and go through. And that was way back in the 2004-2005 season, the Gunners. Tania Del Castillo kept in play. That's Weir. Not happening for Caroline Weir for Real Madrid.
She's been a spectator, hasn't she, in the game by no fault of her own. The only thing that she can hope for is a free kick deep in that Arsenal territory. We know what a wonderful technician she is from dead ball situations, but she's not been able to show it.
Well, as it stands, they'll be playing Lyon, Arsenal in the semi-final. At the Easter period where the semi-finals get underway. Big year for women's football, certainly in Europe. With the Women's Euros this summer as well. Less than 100 days from now in Switzerland, where England and Spain will be seen as two of the favourites for European glory. England, of course, the reigning champions. Mariona. Dig out. Right pass for Rousseau. Well, they're not helping themselves here, Real Madrid. Rousseau again, wide for Fox.
Urgency. We spoke about it actually in an Arsenal sense, but I think you've seen it there for Real Madrid. The urgency is turning into a little bit of panic. They're not doing the right things on the ball, the quality, the technique, because they're desperate to get forward to find the equaliser, and Arsenal are just picking them off defensively.
Real Madrid have, once before, been a quarter-finalist. And by their arch-enemies, Barcelona on that occasion. Rousseau! What a way to claim the hat-trick! The first for Arsenal. This has been the comeback of comebacks. Inspired by Alessia Rousseau. What a night!
I love to see this. Look what it means to these players. Fantastic from Alessia Rousseau for me in terms of the goal. This is the pick of the bunch. Yeah, again, Chloe Kelly dropping in, pulling the strings. She's in a fantastic position, Alessia Rousseau. Very, very close and tight for the offside. But I can't tell you how good this finish is, because her positioning where she is towards the front post to get the touch to guide it back across the goalkeeper, helped by the pace on the ball, by the way, by Mornham. But that is an intentional finish. She means that, Alessia Rousseau, and what a brilliant finish it is.
Well, there is a check in process, and it is not to be for Alessia Rousseau. The hat-trick taken away from her. And Real Madrid breathe one massive sigh of relief.
And it was tight. I said that at the time. Obviously, VAR have had a closer look at it, and it's such a shame that goal to be taken off Alessia Rousseau, because, as I say, the finish was so accomplished, but you can't help but feel there's going to be more opportunities for her and Arsenal in this game.
Leovaldi coming on for Freedom Mornham. A lot of freshness coming on here for Arsenal in the middle of the park. Chloe Kelly has certainly played her part in this second half, especially. Now we're going to see Beth Mead come on here. What a servant she has been in her 8th year as a gunner.
I'm surprised to see Chloe Kelly come off the pitch, to be honest. Obviously, Alessia Rousseau will get the plaudits for the goals, but I think she's probably been the best player on the pitch so far.
It's like a triple change for Real Madrid. Attacking impetus, certainly with Alba Redondo. He's set to come on here, though there is concern from an Arsenal perspective. Let's have a look at it again, just how close it was. that close.
That's interesting, because I thought it was for this bit here. Alessia Russo in the middle of the park, but it was actually Mornham.
Ariona Caldente flattened. Rene Slegers had such a extraordinary start to her time as head coach, didn't she? And then got the head coach's role until the end of next season. She had a beaten run of 11 games. Put smiles back on the faces of many concerned with Arsenal Football Club. Here's Mead. And towards Rousseau, misses it. Will it fall for a forward? No. Flag is up.
The flag is up again. But that is the out ball. There's no doubt for Arsenal. Big raking ball by Williamson. It's Beth Mead this time, who starts to run a little bit too quickly.
So what of these changes now for Real Madrid? So an introduction of Yasmin, who's a Brazilian fullback. With competition for places, certainly in a left-back role, and is no surprise really that Olga Carmona is coming off, because she's had a rough old time of it in this second half, no doubt about it. So there is Yasmin. Stood up to Carolina Graham-Hansen pretty well at the weekend. Alba Redondo was a scorer against Barcelona. And Naomi Feller as well, so another attacking change for Real Madrid. Naomi Feller, who's mainly played an impact role at a time at Real Madrid. So some attacking options. And they need them now, they need a goal. So Rodriguez. Fadom Salah restarts. There is Yasmin. The recent signing through the door at Real Madrid is Yasmin from Corinthians, the great name of Brazilian football. Have a previous spell in Europe with Benfica for a UEFA Women's Champions League debut tonight. Away by McCabe. Russo with Maria Mendes. And Misa Rodriguez not taking any chances.
It just looked like for a minute that might fall, didn't it, for Alessia Russo. Misa Rodriguez does well. She's on her front foot, ready to try and clear the lines.
That's a different approach, certainly in the attacking sense, for Alberto Toril now, with Sina Brun coming off. With Redondo on and Feller on. It's a fair bit of speed about Real Madrid. Try and catch Arsenal out of an attacking sense, counter-attacking sense. Though a free kick here for Arsenal for handball. And Sheikh Garcia is going to be very careful she doesn't get herself into further trouble.
Yeah, I understand why they're a little bit upset, I think, Real Madrid, because this looked extremely harsh. I do think it hits a hand, but the proximity from the ball to player is so close. And then it's Beth Mead getting involved, acting the innocent, but you just see the little shoulder check there.
And it comes from Mead. Whipped in with such purpose.
It was a wicked ball, wasn't it? Bags of pace. Could have deflected absolutely anywhere. Good defensive header in the end from Real Madrid.
From McCabe. And a rush to get this forward now. Kim Little been excellent tonight.
She has. She's played that little role where she's dropped in and taken it off the centre half, but also, as I like to see Kim Little get a little bit in the final third.
Rousseau with a touch. Maria Mendes doing her job.
Feels imminent, doesn't it? This next Arsenal goal. The changes for Real Madrid haven't had an effect yet. Understand the changes, bringing pace in, trying to catch Arsenal on the transition, but they're yet to get the ball back off them, Real Madrid.
Gloves are off for the coach. Sense another Arsenal goal. That should be that. Drifted in this time. Rousseau! So very close.
It's a tough one. It's not a flat delivery. It's quite looped. Not got any pace on it whatsoever. So she's trying to generate the pace on it, Alessia Russo, as she's moving backwards. And she's being challenged by Maria Mendes.
Should be hoping that she can claim the hat-trick tonight. She might be in here, Rousseau. She's all on her own. And saved by Misa. That could have been Arsenal well and truly in the semi-final.
That was the moment, wasn't it? You can't blame her for taking it on. She's on a hat-trick, but Beth Mead, she cannot believe it. She's all on her own, and it just needs a little slide to the right-hand side, and that's 4-0 Arsenal.
McCabe. Mead back across. Ford. Oh, taking a risk right on the very edge. Sonde Teletti. Well, you're hearing it all right. It is a UEFA Women's Champions League record for a quarter-final here in England. The previous was against Bayern 2 years ago when they turned it around here. Arsenal setting the standards again. Well, this could be a big moment.
Interesting. Real Madrid are setting up. They need to put someone in this gap, because there seems to be a corridor. Beth Mead can try and find that right-hand corner as it stands.
It is Mead. Still a one-goal game.
And that's what Real Madrid have to cling on to. Instead of trying to whip that through the corridor I was talking about, goes for the more difficult skill, up and over the wall. That top left-hand corner, it wasn't far away.
Scored in the qualifiers against Haken. Back in the England squad. They pulled out of the previous one, Beth Mead, due to injury. So McCabe has Taking a bang for her troubles here. Well, she got a move, didn't she, from Manchester United, Alessia Russo. And how she is taking a game to new levels, certainly in Europe. She was craving when she was at United. Mariona Caldente firing in as well with quick goals at the start of the second half. Ruthless Arsenal. So with 2, 1 disallowed, denying her a hat-trick.
Under Renee Slagers as well, she's found another gear. You can tell they've got a relationship where Alessia Russo, Renee Slagers gets the best out of her. Also talks about that relationship with Kelly Smith. Obviously, one of the best English players, obviously to also play for Arsenal, that we've probably certainly ever seen in my generation, so that can only be a positive thing.
But Arsenal watch out though. Real Madrid scored twice inside the final 3 minutes of the 90 against Barcelona on Sunday. And it was with this attacking flair that they have out there on the pitch now. Maria Mendes for Lacra. Maria Mendes just looking to fend off Alessia Russo.
She does really well there, Maria Mendes. Just does enough to get her body across. As soon as that touch goes round her, you're thinking Alessia Russo could have the beating of her here, but does well to cut down that angle, takes the inside channel to make it difficult for Russo.
We're losing out. Here's Caicedo for Feller. And Feller won't be able to get there in time.
A few hearts in mouth at the Arsenal Stadium right now, but this is where your experienced players, the likes of obviously Leah Williamson on the ball now, the captain, have to be really clever. The game is theirs if they can manage these last few minutes. They have to be intelligent, because you're right, Real Madrid, given the chance, there will be a sting in the tail.
Yeah, Leah Williamson in her press conference yesterday spoke about the turnaround against Bayern a couple of years ago. She said when good things happen, you keep them in your pocket. Getting on to it, those that were involved that night. Here's Mead, out of the reach of Russo.
It's interesting. I think Russo was actually offside there. Didn't really matter in the end because the ball from Beth Mead was poor, but that's where you're thinking, do you take that ball, turn back, keep it? But they're intent on that 4th goal, Arsenal, even at this stage.
Well, Ford onto it. And on she goes, Caitlin Ford. There's Russo, but blocked by Lacra.
Fell to sleep, wasn't expecting that run from deep from Ford. Does ever so well. Picks out Russo as well, but for me, just maybe needed a little bit more pace on the ball to make life easier for Russo.
McCabe. Little. He did well to reach that. Williams. And Russo getting behind, she can. Alessia Russo! But she's offside. Still no hat-trick.
Well, it will be checked. We know that much, but let's see here.
Oh,
I think she's on. I think she's on. She waits. She bends the run ever so slightly. Nisa Rodriguez, by the way, should do better with that. Looked very, very close, but not to be. Must be by centimetres.
That was close. One more minute of the 90. It is in Arsenal's hands. Here's Mead. Across. And beyond Rousseau.
It's a really good ball across. I think the argument is there needs to be a midfielder on the edge of the box. I think Ford makes the wrong run as well. She carries her run on, it's a tap-in.
Well, no wonder Kim Little is getting a standing ovation from all around us here at the Arsenal Stadium. Stina Blackstenius coming on as her replacement, but for Kim Little, 34 years young, putting in another statement performance tonight. Coach believes she could play to 40.
Honestly, she's absolutely incredible, and I think the good thing in a way for Kim Little is it's never been about her speed necessarily. So when you're technically that good of a player and you don't necessarily rely on your physical attributes, then yeah, why not? You can go on and play maybe for longer than most. Like me, it's when your legs run out, that's game over.
Well, for Arsenal fans, 6 more agonising minutes to play. But here's Rousseau. Maybe they can put it to bed here. Rousseau still has it, can't find Ford for a second time.
Again, though, for me, Ford doesn't help her teammate out there with her positioning. She needs to try and drag the defender away.
Naomi Feller. Real Madrid score again. Level on aggregate, we go to extra time. Caicedo. Feller not quite ready, I don't think, to have received that throw. The intensity is to be lifted by Real Madrid. Here's Mead at the other end. What has been wave after wave of attacks tonight for Arsenal. Taking their moments when they didn't in Madrid in the first leg. Verti. About managing the game as well now for Arsenal. Didier Del Castillo. And the race is on, the chase is on. Caicedo, she's all on her own. It's Linda Caicedo! Denied by Van Domselaar. Back in it goes again. It's Alba Redondo. Corner Real Madrid. Oh.
Wow. Leah Williamson here got put on her backside. Twisting and turning. Van Domselaar just in the nick of time. Comes to the rescue as soon as Caicedo cuts in net. At the Arsenal Stadium, everyone was gasping. There'd have been a sharp intake of breath, and just fortunate that this one is straight at Van Domselaar.
First corner of the night for Real Madrid. Towards the goalkeeper, who gets just about something on that. Oh, the crowd was right on ahead, wasn't it? And he comes once more, and that was Alessia Russo with a clearance. And again, Shaikos here. And Ford, has she got the legs? She has. Misa Rodriguez committed. It's Ford. Well, she had Blackstenius up there as well. I don't think she realised.
She does so well initially. Soon as she beats the goalkeeper with that touch, I'm thinking, square it, find your teammate. But just unaware, I think, of the situation around her, and that's what happens when you're so deep into the game. The fatigue doesn't just set into your legs, your lactic acid. The fatigue also affects your brain, and you do things that, 30 minutes earlier you wouldn't do. And I think if Ford had that time again, should have definitely found a teammate.
Mariona on the slide. So close they are now, Arsenal. But Real Madrid only need one chance. But is it to be the Gunners who take another chance? Blackstenius. Keep hold of the ball. Mariona in behind, still got energy in the legs. She can seal it here. Shaikos here with such an important contribution.
She had no right to get to that, did she? Caldente takes a little bit too long.
Blackstenius. It's where Arsenal want to be. Ford. Can't take it with her, but she's still got hold of it. Caitlin Ford.
There's a lot of tired legs and tired minds on this pitch now.
It's got to get forward now. It's Arsenal who go through to the semi-final. An awesome turnaround. After a second half goal blitz. England's only winner of this competition. They're closer to Lisbon on a truly memorable night. An almighty task to turn around their first leg defeat. But Arsenal showed up this time and end Real Madrid's dreams of a first semi-final, inspired by Alessia Russo and her 2 goals tonight. It is an 8th Women's Champions League semi-final secured on one of the great European nights at the Arsenal Stadium.
Absolutely incredible, that period of sort of 15 or so minutes. Arsenal were so ruthless, and I think if we think about the context of this 90 minutes, Real Madrid, they didn't do enough. It's as simple as that. I can't blame them for, in the first half, trying to sit back and nullify Arsenal, and they did that relatively well. But I think the urgency and the quality of Arsenal definitely shown in the end, and just seeing that, the staff there, Renee Sleggers, Kelly Smith we mentioned earlier, Jack Clover, the strength and conditioning coach, and it's what it means to everyone at this club. And yeah, it's a massive performance, and as well, singing North London Forever, what a moment for these players and the staff.
Arsenal with one of the great turnarounds. For another quarter-final, they've been able to turn around a first leg deficit. And for Real Madrid, it is not to be for them after what has been one of their finest weeks in their short history. Disappointment for Weir. Joy for Arsenal. To the semi-finals against Lyon they go. What a night in North London.
Everyone's looking great. Come on now, not bad for a Sunday morning, huh?
Hey, do you need a hand?
Yuri, chin up, bro. Come on, listen, you got a goal in you, man. The left back's gas. Come on, come on.
You got one more. Come on, you can.
That's a ball. Go on then. Go on then. Go on then.
You love it, Reece. You love it. Thank you.
Rule number 1, never open the package.
But I never do.
What's your mission, man?
Rule number 2, no names. Rule number 3, a deal is a deal and cannot be renegotiated.
Ready for your next mission. The new Volkswagen Transporter.
I gotta be me.
You're watching here.